Yo, what's up, guys? So, who grew up in the 90s and early 2000s? Okay, so everybody talks about nostalgia. Nostalgia, like, set aside, it's not all about that for me. Like, my whole personality, what I like, literally to this day, music, games, everything, is still, from the early 2000s, the 90s. Even the 64, I would count as something I still enjoy, like Nintendo, the old school Nintendo, how can you not? But it's, we're in a time right now where it kind of like hurts. It hurts me that, you know, not physically, but the games I like cost more than, what they're even worth. I mean, obviously they're worth what people will spend. Me, not one of them. Even if I had it, I wouldn't spend $100 on a video game, like an old school video game. I get it, they don't make it no more, so it's retro, whatever, old school, whatever you want to call it. But it breaks my heart almost that my life, that the way I grew up, cost a lot. Like it cost like those things today, what was cheaper then, even some of it when it came out, way cheaper then, which they were selling it. So I understand you can't just buy it no more new. So yeah, it's going to cost a lot of money. Yeah, I get that sense. Like, I understand. But it sucks that, I'm becoming one of the older generation now, where the things I like, they don't sell no more. You got to pay extra if you want it, and that's if you can find it. And it sucks. Like, it really hits. I still listen to old school music. I like some of the newer stuff, but I'll always, be, if you grew up then, you're not gonna let go of that music fully. I'm still listening to the old Akon and Lil Wayne songs and just all the good shit. It was really good back then. They got some good songs today. Not saying they don't, but if you know, you know. And I don't know, I'm just sitting here thinking, like, yo, if I wanted to watch a good 80s movie right now, we're going to get to a point where you'll have to buy each streaming app, that you'll have to have Netflix and Paramount Plus. You'll have to have different, each individual, just to watch different types of movies and shows. And it's going to get to a point where DVDs aren't a thing no more, so they're just going to keep upping the prices on streaming platforms for you to just rent a movie. And that breaks my heart. It's nice to not have to have a bunch of stuff. I'm not somebody who has ever collected a lot of stuff anyways, but I'm the type of person, I want to buy my movie and I want to keep it. I don't want to rent it each month. I just want to keep it. In like 10 years from now, I don't want to pay $100 to watch The Breakfast Club. I freaking love that movie. But you think it's not going to happen? You think, I guarantee you, in the next 5-10 years, if they have these streaming things going with movies, you're going to pay more than like $20 a month to watch one single movie. You're going to have to pay for a month subscription or however they're doing it then, just to watch one singular movie that you want to watch. And that's a bummer. Like, nothing is just yours anymore. And I'm not trying to be negative or anything like that. It's just, man, I miss it when we could buy something and it was ours. Like, I like it that I can just look up any song and listen to it. I'm all for that. I'm down to just type in a song, listen to it on YouTube. I'm not complaining about that, but I still want to buy a CD. Sometimes it's nice to buy a CD and you know that you're always going to have that one song, even if you don't have money for it later. Like, because you're not renting it, you physically get to keep it. There's just something special about it. There really is. And I just felt like talking about that. I felt like sharing that. So I'll be sitting here some days listening to I'm So Paid or whatever by Akon. I'll be listening to Ice Cube, Go to Church, baby. For real, go to church. If you was scared, motherfucker, go to church. Man, it's just not the same. It's just not the same. But I don't know. I was just sitting here thinking about that. Does anybody else kind of just sit there sometimes and not sad or anything, but you're just like, damn, I miss it when like I paid for something and I got to keep it longer than a month and it was just freaking yours. Yeah, good times, good times. I don't even know where I live right now, where I'm from. I don't even know where you would go right now. If I wanted to buy a skateboard, like a professional skateboard, a good skateboard, not like some Walmart board. If I wanted a good skateboard, I'm talking about an Element or like Plan B or whatever skateboard with, have to have independent trucks, baby, Spitfire bearings, good wheels and all that. I don't even know where I would go. Is CCS magazine still a thing? Do people still buy skateboards on there? Or is that not a thing anymore? I don't even know. It's been so long. Like, how do you buy a professional skateboard now? How do you get your board made? Like, custom, like, different, the trucks you want? Where do you even go for that? I know, like, there hasn't been a skate shop, the skate store in the mall where I live in so long. Don't even know if CCS magazine is still a legit thing. Like, people still use it. They still have new boards. Who knows? I don't even know. Where would you go for that? If you don't live in, like, a big city like New York or Chicago, like, where would you go? I'm, like, kind of stuck in this. I'm, like, this person, this 90s kid, this early 2000s kid growing up, teenager, like, that's still my life. Yeah, I'm older. Yeah, time has moved on, but that's still my life. It's always going to be a part of my life. I do my best to go with the times. I do my best to keep up, and I'll admit I'm not very good at it. I do my best to adapt, and I don't think it's wrong to move forward and, go with the times. I get that. I'm just not fast at doing it. And by the time I learn something that everybody else has already known for probably a couple of years, I was the last to hear about it. I'm always the last to hear about it. I'm the last to figure it out. Once I catch up, it's already on to the next thing. And I always feel like I'm getting left behind in a strong sense. And that feeling does hurt a little bit. Not in a, like, oh my gosh, I'm so depressed or anything like that. But it's like, man, it hurts because it's like you're always playing catch up, not because you're trying to follow the trends necessarily or anything like that, but you're just trying to live in what the world is now and what others are doing, because I could listen to my old school music and do like my old school hobbies, but a lot of people aren't gonna be doing that. So it's just gonna be you sitting playing with yourself, and that kind of sucks. It really does. There's very few people I know that even skateboard anymore, at least where I live. I was excited last time I went to the skate park. I actually seen people there. It made my heart so happy. I was like, heck yeah. Yo, totally awesome. Adults and kids. I saw both at the skate park, which a lot of times I don't even see the skate park packed anymore like it used to be when I was growing up. There was not a time that place wasn't filled with people. And, no matter how much we advance with technology or as a species, sometimes I really feel like we're going backwards in a sense. I think many of you understand what I'm talking about. But I don't think there's never going to be a time where it's not good to be active or to chill outside at a park and listen to a boom box type. I mean, you don't have to literally have a boom box, but your speaker with your phone, meeting people at the park, just playing music and like barbecuing. Go to the park, barbecue. My favorite park, they took the grills away a long time ago, but we do have another one and they still have grills there. So, like, yeah, let's live a little bit how we used to, because humans need that. Humans need to be outside. You don't have to be outside all the time, but we need that. I don't care who you are. Throw a football, play catch, that's still me. That's still my life. That's a part of my life. It's always going to be. And it's going to carry on with me. Does anybody else feel like that way? It's not bad, but it's, no one else is doing it seems like. But anyways, much love, y'all.